Okay, we will start the session. I was just waiting for everyone to join. Okay, so sorry for today morning. Actually, the class timing will be 9 to 10 p.m., right? That will be the regular class, but we have some holidays. This 26, 27, 28. Mostly it is Republic Day and then Saturday, Sunday, right? So I think after this week is a demo week. We will be installing all the softwares, right, that is required and all the prerequisite, like understanding about the IDEs that we are going to use, like VS Code, Jupyter Notebook. So understanding about GitHub. So basic things we will discuss, but after this week, right, mostly next to next Monday, February first week onwards, the class will be from 9 to 10 p.m. Sorry, the class will be, we have two options, 9 to 10 or 9:30 to 10:30, right? Either any one of this timing, mostly it will be 9:30 to 10:30. So that will be the regular class timing. But only for demo, it will be 8:30 to 9:30. And today and tomorrow, I don't want to start any new thing, right? This week, because we have this long holiday, I don't want to start with the content. This is mostly to prepare your system. We will install all the softwares and everything. But next Monday onwards, if you have, you will also get the curriculum. And next Monday onwards, we will be starting with Python, right? So today, what I'm going to, so let us take a vote, right? So I have two timing which is available. One is 9:30 to 10:30 p.m. IST and one is morning 7:30 to 8:30 a.m. IST. So which will be suitable for most of you? Let's do a voting, right? I will be preferring both of this, like it's okay. 7:30 to 8:30 a.m. One timing slot is available and 9:30 to 10:30. So 9:30 will be good for everyone, right? Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think most of you are with 9:30. Great.
Madam, this is Saumitri. The course is either it AI or it is ML only.
I will talk about the course now, right?
Okay.
What we are going to cover and everything. I will be talking about the course curriculum.
Okay.
Okay, so let me share my screen. The course curriculum I will be sharing with everyone after the class with a proper format. But I think I will take you through the entire course, right? The summary, right? All the topics and everything I will write and explain. So to start with, what is the goal, right? After taking this course, where you will stand, right? What roles you can apply for? So the first role that you can apply for is called data scientist. Okay, and how many years of experience you can write? You can justify maybe 2 to 4 year experience, right? Intermediate to beginner level. So data scientist role you can apply. Apart from that, you can also apply for MLOps engineer, right? MLOps engineer. You can also apply for data analyst, right? You can apply for data scientist. You can apply for data analyst. You can apply for MLOps. So these are the three roles you can apply for. And what is the prerequisite to take this course? What I'm expecting from you is basic core Python knowledge. I'm expecting basic knowledge about Python. But having said that, we are starting from scratch. If you don't have any background, absolutely fine. Because I'm starting from installation of Python. So basic Python, if you know, that is better. But if you don't know, I will take care. So basically, prerequisite is nothing. If you know Python, that is good. But if you don't know Python, still it is good because we are starting from scratch. Now, who can apply for this? Who can join this course? Anyone can join this course who wants to switch their domain to data science, who wants to switch their domain to MLOps or data analyst or business analyst, they can join the course. In fact, if somebody wants to see what is artificial intelligence, they want to upgrade their knowledge, their intention might not be switching career. They are very happy in their current role, but still AI, as I said in the last class, AI is a very common term right now. It's not a specialized term. Everyone should know what exactly artificial intelligence means. So if you want to upgrade your knowledge, you want to understand how machine learning model you can create, how you can deploy and all that. So you can join this course, right? So that your knowledge will be upgraded. Now, what is the intention? Intention, I will be considering everyone as beginner and you are here to that 0 level. I will be taking you to a level where you can apply for any job related to data science, related to MLOps and related to data analyst, and you can crack it. So it's an industry oriented program or job preparation kind of program, job ready program. I have created this course keeping in mind what is trending right now, right? And I will be keep changing the syllabus very often. MLOps is a very trending topic. Data science is also very trending. So the syllabus of this course will be changing in every 6 months or 1 year, right? So it's a job ready program. Having said that, it is a balance between theory and the practical. So mostly it's a reverse way of teaching, right? So what do you mean by reverse way of teaching? So first we will start from, after we complete the basic Python and like language, we will start from project. So we will be entire syllabus is all about doing 3 projects, right? Project 1, project 2 and project 3. Entire syllabus is doing 3 projects. And in every project we will be learning, and every project is end to end. Every project is end to end. So what do you mean by end to end? What do you mean by that, right? I call it full stack, right? You can say this course is MLOps course or full stack data science course, whatever you want, you can tell, but it is end to end. What do you mean by end to end? There's a life cycle. When we deal with ML project, there's a life cycle. So what is that life cycle? First, we will collect the data. We call it data collection. So every project, you will be doing starting from data collection to the last step, every project. So you will collect your data. After you collect your data, you will clean your data. We call it data pre-processing. After we clean our data, we will build our model using ML or DL, machine learning or deep learning. So this is called build your model or train your model, right? Building your model. And after that, we will validate how accurate my model is. And then that is called validation, right? And finally, once you have validated your model, you will be deploying it, right? There are a lot of options. We will be choosing AWS, and on cloud, we will be deploying our model. So this is end-to-end, entire project. All the projects are end-to-end. And in every project, we will collect the data, clean the data, build the project, validate the project, and deploy the project. Then you can ask me why 3 projects? What is the difference? Every project structure is different. So it's not copy-pasted, same type of project. Project 1 will help you to understand structured and semi-structured data. So mostly we will be dealing with CSV files, Excel files, right? Mostly semi-structured data or structured data in project 1, right? Tabular data. So that, for example, fraud classification or let's say sales prediction. So these are basically data which is tabular format or kind of semi-structured format. So this is project 1. Project 2 is mostly little advanced project where you will understand about NLP. NLP means text data, right? So we will be building a small kind of text classifier using like a lot of techniques. So second project, yes, it is end to end, but data itself is different. It's text. So when you are handling text data, the project steps are different, right? Especially when you clean data, when you collect data. When you collect data, if it is a SQL, you will be connecting to SQL and extracting data. But if it is a text data, you need to do crawling, right? Web crawling or web scraping to collect the data. So what I mean to tell you is if the data type is changing, the entire flow of the project, entire structure of the project, the syntax, the steps is completely different. So second project, you will learn text mining or text project end to end. And the third project is the trending one because it is trending right now in market, that is generative AI. I have not thought about it. Maybe it will be image or text, but it will be on generative AI. So we will be learning about kind of creating a query board or building our own LLM application, right? So it is very much trending. You go to Naukri and you search, right, for data science or MLOps, you'll see one particular term called LLM, large language model, ChatGPT, BERT. So these are the words, generative AI. It's a very common term. It's trending right now in market. You don't believe me, you go and search. In every job, you will see there is one term called generative AI. Should be at least some knowledge about generative AI. So the third project is little advanced where we will be creating a generative AI application. And every project is end to end, right? So what you are going to learn at the end of this session, so does not matter the data is semi-structure, structure type, doesn't matter whether it is a text data, you will be understanding the entire flow. And like deployment is the most difficult part in real time, right? Because validation till validation, it's a data science. So from here to here, it is a data scientist, or basically you can say it's a job of a data scientist, or it's a ML. You can say this is ML, data science or ML. But this part is something called ops, right? Ops means operationalizing or productionalizing your code, taking it to production environment. That is called deployment, right? So many institutes, many people will teach you in many different way. Why there is a problem? Because lot of software engineers, right? They are not very strong in ML. They are software engineers by nature. So they will teach you this MLOps in a DevOps way. DevOps way means what? They will teach you DevOps tool, Jenkins, and a lot of tools they will teach you. CI/CD pipelines. So a lot of tools related to DevOps they will teach. And they'll make this MLOps as DevOps course, right? And a lot of the machine data scientists like me who will teach you MLOps, they know ML. So they will make this MLOps course as ML data science course. The ops, they will not be able to deliver properly. And the software engineer will not deliver ML properly. So if you're getting an instructor who is a software engineer by nature, or maybe a DevOps engineer, they'll teach you the ops part very nicely, but ML part will be lacking. If you if you consider someone who is a data scientist by nature, they will be helping you understanding ML very efficiently. But when it comes to ops, because they don't have that much knowledge, so ops part will be lacking. So getting an instructor itself and getting a syllabus, getting an institute is very challenging. In the sense you will get a lot of, but quality I'm saying, right? Quality is very much, it is difficult because both of the things you are grasping at a time. If you're asking, is this a data science course? Is this an artificial intelligence course? My answer is yes. In today's world, only validation will not help you. Only validation will not help you because from here to here, using ChatGPT, you can generate the code within 1 hour. It is automatic, like it is already done. There are a lot of auto ML packages which will, starting from data collection till validation, everything you can do, 20, 30, 40, 50 algorithm within fraction of seconds you can try. So what I mean to tell you is collection to validation is not a hard job right now. After we have ChatGPT, it is very easy to do. Now, what is the challenge? Deployment is a challenge, right? So that's why every company, if you go to the Naukri, you don't believe me, you go to Naukri, you search for data science, artificial intelligence, mostly machine learning related role. Engineer word should be present. Many of the time, engineer word should be present. Ultimately, whatever you're building is a product, right? It's a software and you have to maintain it. Okay, fine. You have built the model. It's fine. You have validated the model, but ultimately what you will do with that model, you have to deploy, you have to maintain. So that is a major task. Not only you, but data engineering team also will support you. But as a data scientist, your role is also deployment. And this is the fact. You go to any interview, today's interview, you will remember me. First question they will ask you is, what is your role in your organization? You will say IC role, individual contributor. Then they will ask you what you have done. So I have collected data and then I have cleaned, build, validate. Then next question they'll ask you, have you deployed it? Is it a production? Has this course went to production? Yes. Where you have deployed? How you have deployed? What are the challenges you have faced? How you have tackled the concept drift or data drift? If the model is not working, eventually what will happen? So MLOps and DevOps, yes, the concept is little bit similar, but there are a lot of difference. In DevOps, we are operationalizing the software. In MLOps, or ML model, or ML, or basically deep learning model, we are operationalizing. There are challenges with that. It's not same. Today, your model is 80% accurate. Eventually, if something happened to the data or something, the new data is coming and you have not trained the model, your accuracy may go down. Entire thing you need to, what I'm trying to tell you, it's not static. It's very dynamic. Today it is working, tomorrow it might not work. Simply you cannot tell and simply you cannot go to your vendor or client or stakeholder and tell, okay, my model is not working, right? Because they have paid for your model, so it should work. So your commitment is 80%, means every day they should get at least 80 or more than that. 78 is okay, but 58 is not okay. Are you getting? So, and Sometimes it is not your fault because data scientists, the input is data. If the data is bad, doesn't matter what algorithm you're using, your model will be bad. And if the accuracy is going down, it might be your algorithm is very good, but because of data quality issue, the algorithm is not performing well. But who will explain? You will explain. So what the stakeholder is asking you is, give me reason. Today your machine learning model is, let's say, weather prediction model. You have created a weather prediction model. So according to your model, you told me today is 22nd January, 23rd January. You told the temperature should be 45 degree. Today it is 42 degree or 46 degree. That is fine, approximately same. But you have predicted 45 degree. Accordingly, I have done everything. And then today the weather is, let's say, 2 degree or 3 degree or 5 degree. It's an outlier. Now you have to explain why your model is not consistent. Day after tomorrow it is 52. So we will not trust those kind of ML models. There's a lot of problem. So MLOps is far 2 times, 3 times more difficult than only DevOps. Why? You are answerable, and every time you cannot go and search for the reason why the model is not working. This entire process needs to be automated. If the model is not working, automated report should be generated. Model is not working because of data drip, because of concept drip, because of this reason. So this entire process to automate this is very difficult. So this entire course, the objective is full stack. What is the objective? We are in a generation where ChatGPT is there. Because coding is very simple. Immediately we can generate ML code. Today you are not a machine learning engineer. I can show you some demo. Just ask ChatGPT, I want to build a weather prediction project. I am beginner. I don't know anything. Just give me code sample to start with. Try all of these algorithms or try all the 20, 30 algorithm name you can just give me, and code within fraction of second code will be generated. Right? So end to end is very important. Doesn't matter what role you're applying, collection to deployment, everything you should know, right? And there is a huge demand, but very less supply. Because this is the problem. Software engineers, they're very good at DevOps. They don't know ML. Now they're learning ML, but ML engineers, they are very good at ML. They don't know the engineering side. So ops is missing. A person who knows both, he is one-man army, right? He is like irreplaceable in any company. So this is the goal of the project. Sorry, the course. What is the goal? 3 projects. Every project is different. Each first project will take 1 month. Second project will take 15 days. And third project will take 7 days. Why? First project, after we build, from validation to deploy, same pipeline we can use for the second and third project. Deployment is exactly same. Once you understand the structure, same code you can reuse. Maybe collection, clean, build, and validation is different because data type is different. Are you getting? So once you do 1 or 2 project, I think it is easy. So 80-90% of the code you can reuse. We are going to do everything automated way, right? We will just collect data, build our models, validate our models, deploy our models in AWS SageMaker. We'll create a front end using complete application we will build. A complete front end using Dash. If you have heard about Dash, it's a Flask framework in Python, which is very good for your visualization, right? So open source platform, Plotly Dash. So we're going to use Dash to create a complete nice looking web app. And that web app, we are going to host it in AWS in project 1. For every project, we're going to create a front end. We have a back end, we have a front end, we have ML. It's a complete product. So in this entire 2.5 months journey, you will learn how to create 3 products. Every product is one project and every project is different than each other, right? So every project, you will learn a lot of things. So it's a complete hands-on course. That is the first thing. Now you can ask me one more thing, like, okay, everything is fine. Are we compromising understanding the ML concept? Because you must have heard about ML. It's full of maths. No, it is not. So when we come to build, we will be learning every ML project in depth, right? All the theory, all the algorithm, whatever is there, we will go in depth. And then only we will implement in the project. So theory, we are not compromising. In this entire course, the only theory part is build. Build means building model. You will learn machine learning and deep learning. And in depth, you will learn every project, every math, every calculation, every derivative, I will take care. right? So it is very in-depth when it comes to ML and deep learning. Okay, now what is the flow? You understood at high level, but what is the flow? What we will learn and how we will learn, right? What is the flow? So the first thing is obviously, I will say core, basically the prerequisite, or before we jump into the major modules, what are things we need to complete? Python. So Python has two parts. One is core Python and one is your advanced Python. So core Python is nothing but, you already know, core Python is nothing but your variable, your list, your tuple, your data structure, your functions, right? Your function, your variable. You will get the complete syllabus. I'm just telling high level, right? And then data structure, list, tuple, set, dictionary, string, right? Loops, all of this, while loop, for loop, and all that. So this is core Python. What is advanced Python? Advanced Python, mostly it is two libraries. One is Pandas. Pandas is everything. Entire data pre-processing cleaning we will do using Pandas. And we will learn one visualization library, which is very helpful for building front-end part, Plotly and Dash. So Dash, Plotly, Pandas, these are the three things. Very important, using Dash and Plotly, we will create visualization, analytics app we will create. So these are the core and advanced Python. So, and then what is there in the basic module? This is first. Second thing is Git and GitHub. Why? All the code versioning we will do using Git and GitHub. So it's very important. And I believe like many of the student recent batch, they are lacking this skill. So in the very initial stage only, we can learn Git and GitHub and then Python. So these are the prerequisite. I will not consider these things as codes also, right? These are things you should know before we start. And I know many of you don't know, hence we will start from scratch. Python installation, core Python, advanced Python, Git and GitHub. Once we're done with this module, our major module will start. And after that, we will have our project one. Entire, so in the, you can ask me where is statistics, where is machine learning, everything will come inside this project one. So the project one will be on structured or semi-structured data. Let me give an example. Let's say it's sales prediction, your company sales prediction. I'm just giving a dummy example, right? Let's say this project. Now we will collect our data using Pandas. We already know Pandas. So we'll collect our data. We will clean our data using Pandas. And we will create front-end part. We will find insights from our data using Plotly and DAS, which is already done. We already know the concept. And then when we come to build a model, we will learn machine learning. We will learn the theory, come here and implement. Learn the theory, come here and implement. Not only that, it's not so simple. We are going to learn a kind of tool called ML flow. Why? So lot of algorithm, lot of things when we will try, ML flow will be helping us to track our model, to track our machine learning model, to find which is the best, to compare machine learning model among themselves, find the best model and to register a best model. So basically for anything related to machine learning, this is the library, you can say open source package, which is very good for MLOps. For tracking, we will understand what is the artifact. I can show you some example right now. But in the second phase, we will learn machine learning and machine learning ML flow, right? And this is and deep learning. So this is my second kind of, these all things will help me to build, right? So this will help me for build and validation. And then after my build and validation is done, I will be going to AWS. I will be understanding about AWS, EC2 instance, how to create, what is code commit, how to pull your code from GitHub and keep it there in code commit, right? What is SageMaker? So we are going to use a platform called AWS SageMaker, right? For deploying our model, right? But before deploying our model, we'll make sure in local system, our model is up to date, everything. And also I will tell you one more platform in Heroku, how to, I mean, this is paid one, So this is just for your knowledge. But if you want to show some portfolio project in your resume, you can give some link, right? Somewhere which is free, there you need to deploy. So I can show you some free places, free options where you can deploy. And those URLs you can copy and paste in your CV, right? So anyone who can get your CV, they can go to that URL and they can actually view your project, whatever you have deployed. So free deploy, I mean, some remote server, free deploy in some remote server, also on AWS. Both we will understand. So this is the flow of every project, project 1, project 2, project 3. I can give you a small example so that you will get some idea what I'm talking about from the recent batch, right? So this is not the normal traditional Jupyter notebook. We are going to use VS Code, right? I can show you some of the example which will be helpful, right? Just 1 second. Okay, so this is one of the right. So this is one of the example or maybe demo deployment I can show you. So let me open the, just 1 second. So this kind of structure, every project will be in this structure. So you will be a very good, what I can tell you is let's take only one example, right? So if you look at this, this is one project. We have data inside which we have data, right? We have conda.yml where we have all the dependencies. We have data.py, right? Where we are kind of pre-processing or cleaning our data. We have something called train.py where we are building our model. We have this utils.py where we are validating our model. This is test.py where we are testing our model. And then finally, we are comparing different models, right? These are the different algorithms for different sets. Finally, we are kind of creating ML project using ML flow with the best algorithm that we found. And this is something we are writing our entry point, our environment and everything. And finally, we have run.py, which will execute this. And then we have deploy.py. And you can see we are going to AWS, we are keeping everything in S3, and then we are deploying. So this is an end-to-end thing. And this is just a simple example. Like this, we will do 3 projects. So we are going to, from end to end means we're going to, so what is without this deployment? Only till here. So till here is something which we will be doing for validating our model. But this extra steps that we are taking to deploy our model. We'll keep our data into S3. You'll understand what is S3, what is EC2, what do you mean by ML flow, right? What is the advantage of using ML flow? What is tracking? What is model versioning, right? What is really AWS SageMaker is all about? What is deployment? Once I have deployed, how I can see my output? What is the, and we will also create a front end part. Front end means what? App. So this is the app.py. This is basically a multi-page dash app we will create. We have pages and these are the home page, prediction page. So this is the front end for the user. The user can go to the site, they can load the data and they can generate the prediction by themselves. Right? So this is a complete, and this is the requirement.txt, how to generate a requirement.txt. So this is the structure of a project that I was talking about. So everything is complete end to end, right? So once you do this kind of 3 projects, you will be very confident when you go to interview. And you can explain everything because you have done here. Very similar thing we do in real time also, right? So end to end, you can explain any project. The interviewer is asking you what you have done in this project because you have done everything. So you can explain, I have collected data from this and then this thing I have done and deployed here. And this is the structure and everything, right? Okay. And class recording will be provided. Every day class recording will be provided. I think it will be with you for 1 year or something. So you can easily go through those recordings. Even though the course is completed, still the recordings will be available with you. You can go through those recordings. We have a WhatsApp group where we can discuss. If you have any questions, you can post there. And normally class timing is 9:30 to 10:30. But if you have some doubts or something, if many of you have doubts in similar topic, I can repeat. So as I told you in the demo session, even if this course or batch is completed, it's not like the everything is done. So it's not like I'm vanished because I will be there in your touch, right? It's a WhatsApp group. In future, after 6 months, 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, if you want to like feel like you forgot everything, you want to refresh or you want to again retrain yourself, you want to join the current batch to understand about the current topics which is going on, you can just drop me a message and I will reply you with the correct batch timing and link. Wherever I am, maybe DurgaSoft or wherever I am, you will be joining the course free of cost. No need to pay. Just you need to remind me that you are my old student. Hence, this is a kind of lifetime upgrade, right? For example, many of my old students who have taken my data science course, now they're taking this course because deployment I have not covered in the past classes. This is new for them. So they are also joining. Are you getting? And there will be Google Drive where I will upload everything. It's a very structured way, right? You will get course content, everything, today's recording, starting from today's recording to all the recording, right? So this is the recent batch, right? And like that, you will have all your materials, your recordings, if all of these things, right? And there is a GitHub also, GitHub account from where you can pull the code. So all the recordings, session 1, session 2 wise, you can see. So everything is like pretty transparent. Anywhere you are stuck, you can message me one-to-one. Let's say you are not comfortable messaging in the group, you can one-to-one, ma'am, I did not understand Git and GitHub. If you can share some notes, or if you can let me know which video I should watch in YouTube, I mean, any reference, or what I should do to understand this. I could not understand this. How I can understand? Please help me. So I will give you all the things, resources, whatever, right? I'll make sure you will understand. So those are the help that you will get. Okay. Okay. Any other question?
Hi, ma'am. Myself, Murli.
Yeah.
So my doubt is, so the course duration is 2.5 months, right?
Yes.
Okay. So with this, let's say we have done the project. So what your assignments and we gone through well. So means at what competitive level we will be there? See, in organizations, what we learn and what the real things are slightly complicated. So just
See, organization,
just
I'll tell you what is the difference, because
yeah,
I have always worked in product-based companies. So we always build product.
yeah,
There is no difference in coding, only difference in data. Okay.
yeah,
So that the company, what you will get there and what you are doing here, there will be some difference in terms of data.
yeah,
So, for example, you're building model, right? When you're building model, let's say you will see lot of features are important. All the nice things you will see here because it is a dummy data, right? It's not a real-time data. We'll
yeah,
collect it from Kaggle or somewhere. So you'll see nice results here. You will see accuracy is good or something. So all good things you will see here. But when you go to your real-time data, 80-90% of the time it is a garbage. You'll not get so nice data. It's a high probability that your model will be bad, accuracy will be bad, nothing will be working. So it's a data problem you will face. But the
mm,
coding, if you're asking me the structure, either you code here or you code in your organization, exactly same. Same thing you will repeat. Maybe there will be some restriction. Here you have all access to AWS because it's your own account. But when you go to your organization, you have limited access. So, I mean, there are some little bit of changes, but if you look at the code flow, right, starting to ending,
mm.
exactly same code you can copy and paste, right? Data will
Okay,
be different. Yes,
okay.
data
Can
will
we
be different.
Okay. Are we in a capable stage to compete real-time guys? Like example of you, ma'am. So you are working and we learned this course and can we compete you? Let almost not, but at least asking some doubts and all. That's
I have not set any unrealistic expectation just for marketing purpose. In
yeah,
the
yeah,
very initial, if
yeah,
you have seen, the first thing that I have told is after this course, you can apply for beginner to intermediate level 2 to 4 year. My
yeah.
experience is 12 year. Obviously, you cannot compete because I have taken 11 years of my time to reach
Mhm.
here. You
Correct.
cannot come to my level at 2.5. Maybe
Mm,
you can come to my level in 2 years. That is little bit practical, or maybe 3 years
mm,
if you do hard work, right? So what
yeah.
I'm telling you is this course is not suitable for applying for staff data scientist, staff machine learning engineer, team lead, architect. No,
No,
you
no.
are in your domain and this is a starting point. So 2 to 4 year only you will justify.
Yeah.
And not only me, whoever is taking, like even if you are enrolling for 1 year, 2 year programs, they will unnecessarily stretch for so long. I'll tell you what is happening because I am into this for last many years. Python, they will teach you for 3 months. Okay. And don't think like professors, IIT, like what they promote, they will come and teach. My brother, Dr. Sushant Kumar Panigrahi, is an IIT Madras professor. You can go and check. And he was saying per hour, it's a government rate. It's not like something is illegal or something. It's a government rate. Any IIT professor can go for consultancy and per hour charges is 50,000. That is the rate. Are you getting? So
Right.
they will not come for teaching Python. Okay. They will come might be for ML or maybe DL. And that also like in the entire 1 year span, they might be teaching you maybe 1 month or 2 months or hardly 3 months. Not more than that. Rest all topics will be taken by junior people. Even my students are taking classes there. Okay, let me show you some of the things that I don't want to, it's not good to humiliate any institute, so I don't want to name them, but it's a very good platform. And they just reached out to me today morning. Per hour charges, they're giving me 1,500 to teach. And which quality instructor will go to teach them? To teach there, are you getting? So that's the real tech industry. That is what they are all playing. So honestly speaking, I'm not saying they're bad or their quality is not so good. Quality is good. The professors, what they're marketing, they will come only for machine learning and deep learning. Pandas, Plotly, Dash, Tableau, Power BI, and then all of this AWS. Those kind of topics, assistants will take. Like people who are even junior than you. Are you getting? So maybe 1 year experience, 2 year experience, 3 year experience, people will teach you. Very basic level, they will teach you. Surface level, they will teach you. And the course fees are like lakhs, in lakhs. And because the duration is more, like 6 months, 1 year. And they are not, they cannot run, right? Because they 6 months, so 4 or 5 instructors, they have to pay.
Yeah.
Are you getting? So it's a kind of, but honestly speaking, you should not give money in today's world to learn Python, which is completely free. You should give money which is difficult, which, are you getting? So some things which are very simple, you should learn yourself.
Yeah.
And really something which are complicated topics, you should go only for those topics like ML, like DL, deployment, ML flow, Docker. These are complicated. Python, Pandas, I think these things anybody can learn. It's a very good question. In 2.5 months, how it is possible? So first thing is it is a regular class and I will be taking everyday class. And it is very much organized, right? See, if somebody knows what they want to deliver, it will not take much time. I give you my experience. When I started Azure Data Engineering batch, the first batch, I promised them 2 months, but it went for 3.5 months. Why? Because I am not that expert in Azure data engineering, right? Like in AWS. I was also in a kind of intermediate level. But when I have taken second batch, it took 3 months. When I taken third batch, it took 2.5 months. Why? Everything is ready. Material is ready. I know what mistakes I have done in the past batches. I know what is the better option. So the more you teach, the more organized it is. And that's the reason if you go for an IIT professor, they'll teach you the same concept in 30 minutes. Wherever when you go for a fresher, the same concept they'll teach you in 3 hours. Still, you will not understand. Are you getting? So that's the difference. So it's all organized. That's what I can say. And very, very, and you can see only 43 hours is gone. Like I have committed them 70 hours and already one project we have deployed. It's very nicely we have deployed. We have, I'll tell you in 40 hours what we have. You can see the recordings are there. I'm not joking. So you can see Pandas we have completed. Plotly we have understood. Dash we have understood, right? Machine learning we have understood. Linear regression, decision tree, random forest. ANN algorithm we have discussed. Very intense, very in-depth. And then we have understood about AWS EC2 instance. What is Git and GitHub? Tomorrow I will be taking class for them, right? ML flow we have understood in detail. And everything. So end-to-end one project we have already deployed, right? I think so. What is important is if you can structure, you go to Udemy, you will see none of the courses are more than 40 hours. If okay, none of the courses are more than 70 hours. You will not get. Very rare courses are 100 hours. Even 30 hours, 40-hour course, everything is so organized. To complete a 40-hour course, you need 3 months, 4 months time. Are you getting? So when you go for like 1 hour, because it is very much organized, the person has prepared. It's a recorded session, right? They have prepared. They know what to deliver. It's not random. They're coming and teaching. So 40 to 70 hour is a huge thing. If somebody is delivering you that much hour live session, lot of things you can learn. It's very much organized way. Having said that, it's an unrealistic expectation. You should not set it for yourself that you can compete with managerial level or staff data scientist level or very high, like 8 years, 10-year experience. You cannot justify. There is another harsh truth. Even though the course will complete in 2.5 months, you will not get a job. You will be getting a lot of rejection, like 5-10 interviews. Be prepared. You will get rejection only. You will not be able to clear. But eventually, you can take a time of 6 months to 1 year. This is the real expectation. So 6 months to 1 year, it will take. 6 months, you will not even understand. So 2 months, you will repeat whatever you have learned. In this 2 months, what you will get is a complete path, a roadmap. I'll tell you what do you mean by a roadmap. And if you don't take the course from an instructor, what will happen? You can learn everything yourself. I have also learned entire ML from myself and fortunately, I got exposure in real time to work on those things, whatever I'm learning. Maybe it's a mandatory thing from my organization, right? Because we are product-based company, everything end to end. So it is mandatory for us. That's why we have learned. But when I was learning, what is the problem? Okay, let's say cloud. I have AWS, I have Azure, right? And I have GCP. Yeah. So 3 days I will just waste to understand which one to pick, AWS, Azure or GCP. I'll learn, okay, this is leader, this is not, this is pro, this is con. So are you getting? So once I understood about AWS, in AWS, only to deploy, we have 4 or 5 options. Should I take SageMaker as a deployment option? Should I take EMR or should I take something EKS? What I should take? That is again, are you getting? So roadmap is what is trending right now in and what is important with respect to interview. And only picking those. We are not completing. Nobody can complete MLOps course. It's very vast. We are picking the trending topics and completing. For example, visualization, you're going to create a front end. Now, what are the options? 3 options you have. You can learn Flask and do it. You have Dash, you can create a front end. You have Streamlit, you can create a front end. Now, which one to pick? I am into this industry, so I have explored. I know what are the positive, what is the negative side of each of this. It took me around 15 days to find out. It's not an easy thing. I have started in my organization building apps in Streamlit, building in Flask, building in Dash. I understood what are the challenges. I learned from my mistake and then I have figured out, okay, Dash is the best, which I'm giving you in 5 minutes. But it is not a 5-minute thing for me. It took 15 days. So if you start also, it will take 15 days. What you will do? You will start from Flask. Then you will start learning CSS. You will start learning HTML. You will start learning React. Okay, you will start learning JavaScript. And then obviously you cannot learn all of these things. Then you will discard because learning so much. You are a data scientist. You're not a web developer. You cannot challenge. Okay, now you come to Streamlit. You understood it is very easy to learn, but when you go to very hi-fi professional app, you can see that it's failing. This also you will reject. Then you will select Dash. By that time, 1 month will be gone. But here directly I'm telling you learn from Dash and skip this and this. This is not important because these are the drawbacks. So this is called roadmap. So 2.5 months, I'm not saying you will become expert, but at least you should know what you should choose and what you can skip. In that, whatever you're choosing, how much is needed, how much is not needed. Okay, let's say you understood Dash. Dash you can learn only for 3 months. There are a lot of things. You can learn React, you can learn JavaScript, you can learn Bootstrap. A lot of things are there. Is it necessary? Are you a web developer? No. You're a data scientist. Front-end professional basic looking app you should build. If they need a lot of hi-fi things, let them hire a web developer team. You cannot compete with them. Are you getting? So for that, how much is needed? What all modules are needed? So are you getting? That's what is called roadmap. Everything is not needed. If you learn everything, 2.5 months, 2 year, 2+ years are also not sufficient because it is so vast.
Yeah, correct, ma'am.
And
So,
I will ask you also, so that is the problem. So people, what they do, I know, what they did, start learning pandas. They will learn pandas for 6 months, 8 months. And then still they will not be confident, right? I have learned, but is it okay? Should I learn more? And then they will go to another module. By the time they completed Plotly, they will be forgetting pandas. So this is a loop. You will keep roaming. That is the problem. And it is not a simple thing. It's not a language that you're learning. You will learn pandas, plotly, dash, ML flow, ML, deep learning, entire huge things you are learning. How fast you are learning, that is important. And how much you should learn. How fast and how much. And that is where an instructor is needed who can guide you. I'm not telling you go under me, but anywhere you take courses from Udemy, from anywhere who are expert in this domain, so that you will understand which one to choose and which one to skip.
Yeah.
Right? So to answer you, 2.5 months is not enough. Definitely not enough. But in this 2.5 months, you will be super confident. At least you will know what you should learn. And every topic, 30, 40, 50% you will have knowledge. After this course is completed, whatever we have discussed, another 2.5 months you need to take to understand, grasp, repeat, right? Go in depth if you want some topics. Now you start preparing for jobs. Again, that job process will take 2 to 3 months. You will get a lot of rejections. From rejection, you will understand what mistake you have done. You will correct your CV accordingly. You will prepare your CV. And hence, after 6 months to 1 year, you will be able to switch your career. That also 2 to 3 year to 4 year experience you can show after doing a lot of hard work.
Yeah.
Is it clear? Because this domain is not so straightforward. A lot of things are there.
Okay, ma'am. Got it. So final question. So we have Python and GitHub, right? Sorry.
Python and
GitHub. So do you about GitHub with the Python? Can we replace with Java? I mean, data science can we do with Java also, or it's
no,
easy to?
Python is the language of choice because entire stack of machine learning is on Python. So
Okay.
when we go to, you can do it using Java also, but the problem is the support, the libraries that you will get in Python might not be present in Java.
Yeah.
There are certain algorithms which are very specific. For example, TensorFlow, PyTorch, deep learning, right? I think those algorithms, if it is not there in Java, you have to write it from scratch. And a lot of other things. When it comes to your Dash, so it's a front end part. Easily you can do it. So a lot of things. So it's a complete. So machine learning is very like the language of choice is Python. Everywhere it is Python. And even if you're learning in Java, the job requirement is in Python. Right?
Yeah,
So when you apply for job, they will ask Python. You can check. Go and check.
Yeah.
Right? Python is mandatory.
Yeah.
Good evening. My name is Charan. My doubt is that after completion of this course, can we write the AWS certification of ML machine learning certification of AWS?
AWS certificate machine learning, honestly, I have not gone through the syllabus, but if you can share me the syllabus, I can.
Just one. I'll share it now. I'll share it.
Yeah. So machine learning, any certification you can, but I have to see what all extra services they are asking for, right? You will be learning EC2, you will be learning S3, you'll be learning about SageMaker, ML flow, machine learning, deep learning, all of this. I need to check the syllabus and then only I can confirm if you can share it with me, right?
Okay. Ma'am, I have shared it.
Yeah. So I will be giving you a complete structure of the syllabus. This is just the rough at high level, but every module, what are the topics, right? Every topic, what are the things that we will cover? Everything you will see in a nice. So I will be sharing the PDF format with everyone tomorrow.
Ma'am, I've shared the database certified.
Yeah. So this is basically an MLOps course. I need to check what all things are there. Because I have a full-time degree, I really not so worried about certification. I have not done any certification. But yes, because you are from a different background, maybe AWS certification, if you're taking, that might be helpful.
Yes, ma'am. Like President, ma'am, I'll be having entire day available for me. So I can give some extra hours also. So that's why I'm asking. So
okay, no problem. So I think I can tell you what is okay, so let's understand about the content. This is little notes to the topic, but again, we will discuss. So all of these things, obviously, we will come. So where is this? Okay. So this is basically everything is on AWS. So our course is mostly on open source, right? And in most of the real time, most of the things are on open source. We are going to use, you go and check MLOps and data science related jobs. You will see terms like ML flow. You will see terms like scikit-learn or sklearn for machine learning. You will see terms like TensorFlow, PyTorch, and these are very famous. We are not going to use AWS for building our model or maybe training our model. Two reasons. One reason is costly. AWS is not free, right? When you are training your model, it takes a lot of resource. And why you will not do it locally? Because it is company provided thing, right? It's local. It's like one time you are training and a lot of things you can try. So most of the company, they train their model. So like this, so they just finalize their model, everything. Only they deploy. Going to AWS, they deploy. They don't use lot of like Kinesis and then EMR and Glue. So even the data, right? Yes, they need storage and they need computing. But mostly for building model, validation model, and cleaning data and creating visualization, they don't use paid ones. Nowadays, people are not even using Tableau and Power BI much because ChatGPT is giving you code. So they're creating all open source, cost cutting, whatever is profitable, right? So we will be doing all of these things. Yes, data transform, but not using AWS. Our major task is using Python open source, right?
Okay.
So Apache Spark Hive, you will learn. So in this, okay, looking at this, evaluation we will do, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Parameter optimization we will do, right? We will do every step, whatever is written here, selecting appropriate model, everything, cleaning data, analyzing data, building front end, everything we will do, but not using AWS, using open source.
Yeah.
So I think if you know open source, AWS is even more easier because it's mostly not so much coding, right? Docker we will learn. So to answer you, yes, deployment, I don't know where they are deploying. As I said, a lot of options are there. S3 bucket we will understand. Deployment, what option they're choosing, it is not written. We will be using SageMaker for deployment, right?
Okay.
So only the deployment we will do in AWS. Is it clear? Rest all we will do in local system. And that is what is trending.
Okay.
That is what is trending in market.
Yes. Ma'am, just one last question. Like, I have some basic idea of ML, like, but the main like implementing, I'm not facing any difficulty, but the mathematical intuition behind the algorithms, I'm facing difficulty while understanding it.
That I will take care, no problem. So mathematical interpretation of every model, we have a lot of, if you want, I can show you notes also. We will be going very in depth, right? So every model, let me show you from the last batch only. So every, whatever models we are discussing, whatever is coming up, we will go in depth. So let's take deep learning, let's say, right? I'm talking about deep learning. So before I implement deep learning, I will make sure the theory part, this is the theory note. And this is what we will learn, entire maths, everything, the derivative, whatever is there. So then only after we understand the theory, then only I'll take you through the project, right? So this is the theory. What is derivative? I will explain because I know derivative is used and most of you don't know derivative, right? I will not directly jump into derivative. So I'll explain you what is flow, what is derivative, what is neural network, what is perceptron. So don't worry about ML, right? That is my specialized area.
Okay.
I have upgraded myself to ops. So you can doubt me on ops, but don't worry about ML. I'm a PhD scholar. So ML, you can be confident. I already trained 1,000 plus. Okay. So ML part, I'm the best instructor you will ever get because of lot of batches I have taken. I'm not like I'm brilliant, but because of my experience, like since 2000, you go and check my Urban Pro profile. 2016 onwards, I'm teaching data science.
Yes, ma'am.
Right. So I'm teaching only 7 years data science. So I don't need any preparation. I just come to class and tell everything. I just mugged up. So algorithms, and even I am doing PhD, so I'm revising my concept. So ML, you can trust 100%. Everything tit by tit I will cover. Ops part, it is a new domain. Like me, everyone is learning. The problem with ops is lot of things are changing very fast. Today AWS, who knows, after 2 years Azure will come because lot of external factor. If OpenAI and Azure, a lot of things are going in this area, right? So maybe Azure will get popularity. So we need to learn Azure. So ops is, ML is fixed. Once you have understood MLOps, ML is fixed. ML is not going to change. ANN is ANN. Algorithm is not going to change overnight. But ops will change. Today, whatever you have learned, you, me, whoever learned whatever, after 2 years, we don't know. 30-40% of the tool might be replaced. Are you getting?
Yes.
So we need to upgrade. Ops is a kind of ever learning kind of thing.
Yes, ma'am.
Not kind of done, completed.
Ma'am, will be covering like even the stats behind the ML algorithms also, right? Statistics required.
Yes, statistics,
Because-
whatever. So this is called data cleaning. So we will discuss about missing value treatment. We'll discuss about, okay, so let us understand the, this is again, I'm showing a dummy project. This is not the final one, but you just want to see how we code. So let's say this is how we will write our code. So we have packages. So we will understand how to convert categorical to numerical. We will convert how to split our data. So we will convert how to treat our missing values, how to do feature selection. So all the things, whatever is statistical. I have another badge. So all the things related to pre-processing of our code, we will discuss. So mostly statistics we use in the pre-processing. I told
Yes.
you 5 steps, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Sorry, this. Yeah, so mostly pre-processing step, we will be using this statistics. I will discuss entire thing when we are in the project, we will discuss those things.
Ma'am, do we need to go back and learn intermediate maths or some other things? Because I saw that X and all, that is intermediate mathematics.
Sorry, I could
Yeah.
not hear you. Can you repeat?
Yeah, do we need to go back and learn intermediate mathematics, or because that the derivatives and all came in
Yes.
two.
So I mean, before the algorithm, I'll tell you, no need to worry now.
Yeah.
Let's say tomorrow I'm going to cover ANN. So I'll tell you today, you just go and check some derivative concept, right? I'll tell you what you can prerequisite. But I think I will cover it from scratch. Sometimes, I mean, let's say y equals to mx plus v. I will tell this is the equation of a straight line. Now, some
Yeah.
people might not understand that also. They need some extra work, right? Are you getting? So they need to refresh their math knowledge. So I will be starting from scratch, but what I am thinking is scratch might not be scratch for you. So in
Correct.
that case, you can ping me, right? That's how I can help you. So I will help you. Okay, you don't know this. So these are the things that you can learn. You go to this Khan Academy, let's say. This is a good resource for learning a lot of math topics. So whatever best of my knowledge, whatever it is, I'll forward. In fact, you can help others. Maybe you get some good blogs or material somewhere which is really helpful. You can forward it in the group so that others will be benefited by that. Right? So math, I will try to cover everything, but sometimes you could not understand. Let me know. I will help you. Right?
Okay, so this course would be MLOps engineer also we can go, and machine learning engineer also we can, or both we can go, right, ma'am?
Yes, both you can go. Yes. It is more towards data science and MLOps. Also, you can apply for data analyst because that is a subsection. I told you, right? So data analyst, MLOps, and data scientist, you can apply. And if you have, I think you want to export yourself, only one topic is missing because of time. That is Apache Spark. Big data is missing. If you learn that, you can also apply for some, and Airflow. Airflow and big data, if you learn 30, 40, 50% data engineering also it is matching. Because in data engine, everything is like mixed nowadays. There is no clear boundary. So if you apply for data engineer, you need big data, you need ML little bit, you need a lot of AWS concept. So what I'm trying to tell you is big data is universal, like Python. A data analyst need, a data scientist need, a data engineer need. There are some topics which are universal. Those things, if you are master at, you are multi-talented. For example, you see the roles in fact, nowadays, software engineer, they also need big data because at least you know the concepts. That is like Apache Spark, distributed computing. So 2 GB of data you can handle. If I give you 20 GB of data, can you handle? No, you cannot say, I don't know. So for example, when I was working with ABC company, there was no big data. I was handling everything in my system. Now I have jumped into XYZ company. While they are hiring me, their client base was less. But after 2 years, user increased. So now they have petabytes of data. Same thing, but it will not work, right? I have to go to Apache Spark, distributed platforms. So in that case, I think Spark is something which you should learn. Big data means Apache Spark, which is missing. If you want, I can share my recorded session or previous batch.
Sure,
That's how I
please,
can help you.
yes, ma'am, that would be very helpful, ma'am. Like, can
Yeah.
you give me some roadmap, ma'am, like a big data, sorry, like how to proceed?
How to proceed, how to start.
Yeah,
To
just
start with,
basic-
you start with Python. I will recommend, if you are very strong in Python, go with Git and GitHub. So these are the starting point.
Yes, ma'am. After this, like PySpark.
PySpark you go at the end. Once you
Ma'am,
understand Python with
ma'am, like I am somewhat I know some basic level of Python, like I'm comfortable in Python, but I do not know anything about big data, ma'am. So can you just
don't worry about big data. For I think that's a little advanced concept. So big data is just a kind of, see, big data you can, it has again 4 modules. ML will come there also. It will not leave you, right? You go to Spark, Apache Spark today and see what all modules are available. One is SQL, which is very similar to Pandas and SQL. You know, then you already know that module. The difficult module is Spark. In Spark is ML. Spark ML library and streaming. For that, again, you have to learn ML, right? So
Yes.
my approach is first you learn everything and then at the end you learn Spark, so that
Okay.
you will feel very easy.
Okay. Yes.
Right? So first you learn ML, then you will learn Spark ML.
Yes.
Right? Okay. So tomorrow when you connect, we will be discussing about the curriculum. I'll just show you at very high level and we will discuss about ChatGPT. So I promised you, so some prompt engineering, it's a non-tech class where just like 10 to 15 templates we will discuss. I think you can use those templates for your daily work, right? Which will enhance your coding skill. Especially related to coding, I will explain. There are a lot of templates, but as a coder or as a programmer, right? How you can ask right question to get very nice answer with short span of time. Those things we will discuss in tomorrow's class. And after this vacation, like I think day after tomorrow, we will install things. Next Monday onwards, actually officially, we will start everything, right? We'll start with Python installation and everything. Okay. So thank you, everyone. We'll connect tomorrow. Right?
Thanks, ma'am.